Jared did time in prison?
2 years, breaking and entering.
Well, at least it wasn't armed robbery or murder.
Yeah, well, I can understand why I didn't want to tell you.
I wouldn't have let him work at BE, that's for sure.
Well, it was his only arrest, so maybe he figures that he did his time. He wants a clean start.
I'm not so sure I want him living in the house with Matthew.
Well, you know what? You're sure in a position to boot him out of here, then. Matthew told me Pa left you this house.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? You're not upset, are you?
No. I'm glad that Renee, Nigel, they're going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk to this guy, or you want to do it?
No, I'll do it.
Are you going to keep living here?
I offered to move out, Bo.
And I told you it was not necessary.
You know, I guess I really did miss out on a lot down here at the ranch. Matthew told me that Clint got you on horseback.
Oh, well, I didn't quite make it.
Bo, you should have come. I told you that Paul respected you and what you did.
Yeah, it's just the law that he had a hard time respecting.
Well, anyway, I got the will on CD so you can hear it from Pa himself.
Well, that's okay. Beaver sent me all the paperwork, so I'm pretty much up to speed. How about this? Another long-lost son.
Yeah, and it's just like Pa to appoint Nigel to be the one to decide when we find out who our half-brother is.
I don't have a relationship with Natalie. We spent a couple evenings together.
If you go through with passing yourself off as Ace's son, it never will come to anything. Is a seat on the board of Buchanan Enterprises worth passing up a chance at love?
Last chance. Where's Marcie and my kid?
You're not as smart as you think. If I knew where Marcie was, do you think I'd still be here?
Why don't you just tell me, and I'll let you live.
Why don't you just kill me? Go ahead. Do it! I have lost everything. I lost Tommy. I lost Marcie. I lost my job. I'm up on charges of perjury. Sure, you want your pound of flesh? Come on, come get it.
There's barely enough money here to make ends meet for a whole nother week. I can't use my credit cards. I can't go to an ATM. What the hell? Can't live off GG, right? So, what are we gonna do? What am I gonna do?
If we pull this off, my star goes straight to the top of the bureau. How much manpower do you think they have behind that wall?
I don't know, Lee. You want to go in there and count them?
Smart-ass comments don't help your dead-end future.
I'm not going to stand out here and trade insults with you. I want to get in there. I want to get the hostages and get the hell out of here.
Hostages you think are in there?
Probably being held in an inner room away from the doors and windows. I figure they only got one guy on the perimeter. Means they probably got 5-10 men tops.
That's your best guesstimate?
Yeah.
Dorian, we're looking for you at the first checkpoint.
Hey, I'm on my way.
Hold your position. I'm coming out.
I don't know any names these people could possibly want. Okay, now if Patrick had a list, I never saw it. He never breathed a word of it, I swear.
It's been 2 years. If these people thought that my mama had something they needed, why not come to us before? I mean, what could have changed, really?
Yeah, maybe they've gotten themselves into trouble, and they need something they can barter with.
But you told me Patrick got a shot off before that man shot at him. You told me he was dead. That's why I thought Cole and I were safe.
Well, obviously I was wrong. And now they need that information. It didn't turn up at your flat, so they waited for the boy to come home, and then they figured they'd make it personal.
How'd you know there was a guy at our apartment?
Well, I don't know, I just assumed.
It was you! You were the guy with the match, son!
Sweetie!
You were the guy who drug me up! Son! You were the...
Sweetie, get off of him!
I was the guy who killed your dad. And I'm the one who'll kill you too, while your pretty little mom looks on. If I don't hear what I want to know.
You don't seem very worried about what's in this letter.
Come on. We've been through this whole long-lost brother routine before. Recently, Truman.
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe this time it's real.
Well, if this son does exist, I'm curious to know not only who he is, but what Asa wanted us to do about him.
I care about Natalie, yes, but there is no guarantee our relationship would have ever worked.
If you go through with this, you will never know. And there's also a further risk. If the family discovers what you've done, you could end up in jail for fraud.
I'm aware of the risks, and I'm more than willing to take them. Asa didn't exactly play by the rules, did he?
But Mr. Buchanan usually held all the cards. You, sir, are bluffing. I detest the idea of a con artist lying his way into this family.
Well, then I tell you a good way to stop me. You can tell them who the real Buchanan is, David Vickers. Although I don't think that's going to go over too well, seeing how Clint nearly blew his head off for finding him in bed with Dr. Lord. Can you imagine Christmas with Vickers in the family?
You killed Patrick. Why?
Because he knew too much about our organization.
No, he knew too much about you. He was threatening to turn you in, wasn't he?
Do you have any idea what would happen if they found out? There's no Geneva Convention for the likes of us.
Because you're a terrorist.
I loved your man, like a brother. But Patrick had to be stopped.
I don't know anything. I swear whatever Patrick knew died with him. Cole and I don't know anything.
I'm sorry, Marcie. But our source tells us that Patrick had a list. He kept it for insurance. He thought it would keep you and your boys safe. So think. Did Patrick have a safe deposit box? A secret hiding place? A mistress? Before he went to Ireland that last time, he must have told you something, given you some kind of clue. He would have wanted you to know where it was. So dig for it, Marty. I don't want to have to kill you.
Please, okay? I don't know anything.
Think, Marty.
The last thing that Patrick said he was a line from a poem that he had written for me. There weren't any names.
You kill it, you'll never know the truth.
Ray, just...
You're right about that, son. But taking you out wouldn't change a thing.
Please, just let him go, please.
Tell me, damn it! Your boy's running out of time.